this video is a little bit late because of editing issues. I've been having a bit of writer's block with this. I had to walk away and then come back to do this. So we are going to talk about Chip and Dale now and the Chipmunks. Now, before we get started, you're thinking I'm not pitting them against one another. We're going to talk about differences, movies, TV shows, all of that stuff. So let's get started. So this whole conversation started when Disney dropped the first Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers teaser trailer. Now, this is a movie for Disney Plus, of course. And it was trending on YouTube. I think it was trending like 25 on YouTube for some reason. I don't know why. But people were pretty excited from the comments I've read as well. They're very excited for this. I don't know why that is, but But, so this video was trending, but I didn't know, I couldn't understand why it was trending. Like, I never understood that. But I think it has to do with the nostalgia, because Chip and Dale have a lot of nostalgia as well. So I think that plays a big part in it as well. So I think that's why, the trailer sort of trended, But, so someone said they wanted to see this in theaters. Now, I think Disney made the right call to put this on Disney Plus, because it is a family movie. Kids could watch it as well. So I think they made the right call. Like, I wouldn't expect us to be playing in theaters, to be honest. I don't feel like this is a movie that you can go watch at the cinemas. I really doubt that. I think this is more like a streaming movie, to be honest, and that's why they put it on Disney Plus as well. And it's more I would say, it's not a big film, of course. You might think differently. But it's more of a smaller film. Chip and Dale, so I think Disney made the right call, like I said. So, yes, but what they don't have is, so the Chipmunks movies, the CGI hybrid movies, of course, made over $1 million. That's crazy. That's insane. Good for them, not only, like, people have been trying to do hybrids, but none of them come to close. The Chipmunks made 4 movies. 4 movies! That's insane! Good for them. But I think it has to do with the fact that, kids love the Chipmunks, adults too. And I think that's, I think people can relate to the Chipmunks more. And I think that's why they scored 4 movies. And plus, they made over $1 million. So why not just cash that in and make another one? I felt like, I know people say to want an hour Chipmunks 5, but I feel like Road Trip had a nice ending to it. Dave adopted the Chipmunks, they become his father. I wish they would continue that more on the CGI and the new animated series, but they don't. But I think it was a nice, touching ending story. I didn't even know it was the end, to be honest. I'm like, okay, interesting point, yeah, but, like I said, they made over $1 million, and that's crazy. And still, the Squeakquel is the highest one out of all the 3 movies they made, so that's also incredible as well. So, lately I've been watching Chip and Dale on Disney Plus. I decided to check it out because I was like, okay, I need to see what the big fuss is about Chip and Dale. So I watched it. I didn't binge watch all the episodes. I just picked the episodes that focus more on Chip and Dale. And when I was watching the show, cartoons today are so different to what cartoons are like back then, because it's more, it's more freer at that time, and now it's not. It's more confined at that time. But yeah, so I watched it. Pretty cute. Chip and Dale do banter a lot as best friends, and I think they're brothers as well, aren't they? Yeah, they are brothers. So, yeah, so that's interesting, I saw this on Disney Plus, so yeah, I've got like songs stuck on my head, like I got Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers, and then I've got they did. I did see some other things as well that Chip and Dale does. So they said I'm Chip, I'm Dale, da, 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 you know the song is the earworms. So I've been having those 2 songs stuck in my head, and they're really catchy earworms. But yeah, I checked it out. It was good, So yes. So, speaking of shows, we're going to talk about shows now. So, Alvin and the Chipmunks, 1983, we're going to talk about cartoons. So, the 1983, the show of Alvin and the Chipmunks came out in 1983 to 1990. Hang on. And, Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers came out in 1989 to 1990. That's insane. You know, Chip and Dale came out later on than Alvin and Chipmunk. So that's very interesting. I never knew that. And then I think they ended at the same time. Not same time. I think they ended at the same year in 1990, which is insane. So the Chipmunks would probably be at that time, you know, because sort of like the animation has, even though it's still cartoon, of course, but the you know, sort of like the cartoon form has changed since then. So now you get to see more color, um, more character development with the characters, you know, more stylized sort of, even though it was still a cartoon at the time. So I think that Chipmunks were at their prime time when they did that. But with Chip and Dale, they were just coming into color, you know, because you had like shorts like a black and white, then color evolved, then you know you've got stylized characters, you know, so it's very interesting. So yeah, and they ended both not at the same time, but they both ended at the same year, which is also insane as well. And also, while Chip and Dale have one season, you probably said, but it's free. So no, because Disney combined it as one season on Disney Plus, of course. And while they have one season, Alvin and Chipmunk scored 8 seasons. That's insane. That's incredible. Wow. They must have been like, I mean, when they started the show, they weren't really popular, but I think over time they became popular, like I said before. So, we're going to talk about references, you know. So the Chipmunks, like they're two different companies. You know, Disney owns Chip and Dale, of course, and then the Chipmunks, Bhattacharya still owns them, but he's going to sell the Chipmunks. So we'll see what happens with that. It's going to be a very interesting journey to go on. So yes, they're both Chipmunks, of course. They're both brothers. Although I think the Chipmunks are more identically brothers than Chip and Dale, but they are brothers. They did check, so don't get into that conversation on YouTube. You know, they're both mischievous. They're both very cheeky, so you got that in common as well. So you've got like some references to some shows that I'm going to tell you guys here. So you've got. So Chip and Dale did an episode called Chipmunks Chipwrecked, where they go on an island, of course, and that's what the Chipmunks did back in 1983 with Island Fever as well. And then you've got they also did another episode when it's called Gadget Goes to Hawaii, and they do they have the volcano as well, which they had in Chipwrecked, the movie as well. And then you've got the Chipmunks in drag, then you've got Chip and Dale in drag, then you've got Dale as James Bond, and then you've got Alvin as James Bond. It's crazy how the references get so close together. It's insane. You know, it's very insane. But, you know, you guys are on Discord, and I said that Dale, so alike. Dale and Alvin look so much alike. It's very interesting. I don't know. It's hard because you don't know, they're both different characters in their rights, but their faces and their expressions are so close. Like when I was watching Chip and Dale, I was like, I could see, in all Dale, I could see that's Alvin. That's what Alvin would do. Alvin. It's Alvin all over, even though they came first. And especially what he wore in the Rescue Rangers, like he wore yellow, and that's Alvin's signature color as well. So that's very interesting. But yeah, but I will say this. There was an episode, I can't remember what the episode was called, but they did like a reference. They actually referenced Alvin. I don't even know if Alvin knows this or the Chipmunks know this. But I'm saying it here right now, and it is true. Like if you go up and look up the episode, you'll see what I mean. Because I had to look for it. I'm like, okay, I'm looking for it, and Chip gets mistakenly called for Alvin, and then the guy says, "You Chipmunks all sound alike." Firstly, how could you get away with that? Secondly, what did the Chipmunks know? I mean, the Chipmunks have been referenced to so many things, but that's just crazy. I mean, like I said, it was a different. They could get away more with cartoons back then. Now they can, but it's more restricted, But yes, so yes, I think that's very interesting as well. So the difference, I would say the difference between Chip and Dale and Alvin the Chipmunks is Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers have like a group. They're more of a detective team, you know. Also, Chip is the leader of the group as well, like Alvin is with his brothers as well. But they're more of detectives, and they like to solve crimes and stuff, and you know help people out. They're on more of the detective side of it. While the Chipmunks, well, Alvin the Chipmunks are more like a they're more like singers, musicians, you know, like a band, more like a band, and you can see that in their movies as well. So yeah, so that would be the difference between both groups. You know, one's detectives and one's more of a musical band, you know, as well. So we cannot stop the Chip and Dale Rescue movie from coming out. But you know, the real question is, can Disney sort of, you know, not make bad blood and make Chip and Dale something different to the Chipmunks? That's going to be very hard to do because the Chipmunks came first, and I don't know how people are going to feel with Chip and Dale mellow voices. I still don't know about that. So we will see what happens. So that's my thoughts. So what do you think? Let me know what you guys think. Guys, guys.